Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, aka the Pandy Pods,
AKA One Egg, Four Legs,
aka Ran and Jay. It's Labor Day.
Okay,
and I got another one, aka More Sly Vices and a War on High Prices. Thank you, Mike Huddleston. The Huddleston Jump.
He's in New Zealand, but we call him Old Zealand.
Old Zealand, bringing the AKAs. I love it. We are back with you guys. I hope you are having a good holiday weekend, at least spending some time with family, doing the things that you love.
A home safe distance barbecue ain't going to be a bad thing.
Not a bad thing at all.
I'm sure we're going to get a lot of stories that come out of this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And we ourselves are trying to do our part to relax. We're getting out ahead of it. It is...
as this drops, we're recording this ahead of time, so as this drops, I'll be in Zion with my family.
Amazing. Wonderful. And I'll be watching his cute doggy.
Yay.
That's what we do. Let's jump into a story.
Jump into one right now. Okay.
This is a time of change in our country. I don't think...
Jay... We changed into this lime green, beautiful shirt.
It looks good on camera.
It's like you're like a modern day, less masculine peppermint patty.
Okay. It's a time for change in our country. It's a time to look at ourselves and take a breath and see what we can change for the better.
Exactly. Take that moment.
Randy and I have definitely tried to do that with our eating. We've done it,
exercising habits, all that stuff to try and clean house in the bad habits and install new things.
And I'm going to applaud some sports teams are doing it with their mascots, even though Dan Snyder's fighting it at the other things.
He's got a lot that he's worrying about, Dan Snyder of the Washington Football Team.
The cheerleaders to do a sexy video for him.
That's right. And get outtakes that only he can see.
Right. But some sports teams are actually advancing with the times, trying to take an inventory and see how they can make their lives better, their teams better, and try to see like, hey, maybe this thing that we've just been accepting as normal all along, it's bothering people.
Yeah,
Let's change it.
We don't care that it's been this way for a long period of time. Let's move forward.
And we say to all those people out there in the world, kudos to those places for rethinking things and taking the step, because look, when we fear things, when we fear change, when we are like digging our feet into the ground,
it's because you don't want something to happen that you feel like something will get taken away from you.
You're either terrified of an outcome that you can't predict, or you're hiding something else. If you think you can't handle rooting for a sports team because they changed their logo or go with a different mascot, then you've got deeper, more racist issues that you have to deal with. And the same goes for parks and lakes.
Yes.
Let's get into it. If you're mad about changing the name of a lake, what are you fighting for?
What are you angry about?
Also, if you're taking up the fight against it, then you're either neglecting your kids to do it,
or you don't have a hobby.
Get a hobby in your life.
Start knitting. Start needle pointing.
That's where we are in our first story, a lake outside of Whitefish, Montana.
I've been outside of Whitefish, Montana.
Recently, our internet hero, Rex Chapman, posted on his Twitter feed a video of a woman in Whitefish in a parking lot who walks over to someone who was filming her racist rant about not wanting to wear a mask, and
she coughed in his face.
Coughed in the face, to which we subtweeted, "This woman puts the white in Whitefish."
Yeah.
People enjoyed that. That was a good one because it was succinct. It was on point. It made the point. Also, want to say this, Whitefish is the hometown of alt-right D-bag Richard Spencer's mom.
Okay.
Who had the honor of raising that demon?
There you go.
Okay, she's either proud of that fact,
or she's embarrassed as hell.
Right. And that kind of makes her a tragic person. And when people ask her, how's Richard doing? She has to deflect. He's keeping busy.
He's not getting punched in the face.
I don't want to get into
He hasn't been punched in the face recently.
What is he doing? I don't want to get into what he's doing. What is he doing?
What isn't he doing?
He's organizing groups like on Facebook. Yeah, you could say that.
He's organizing sort of
kind
people.
of.
So he's in the tech sector.
No, I wouldn't exactly say that. He's more into like race stuff.
Like baiting? Race baiting?
No, yeah. Like
Boston Marathon?
No, it's more other race stuff. But, he's just kind of doing that. What are you up to, Marilyn? Did you change your hair? That's what she's into. That's what she has to do. So Richard Spencer, his mom lives there. And, of course, he made a famous speech in 2016 where he mentions Whitefish. And then it became a hot, either then or it generated.
I think the light got shown on it for being the Nazi hotbed.
Kind of a neo-Nazi hotbed of activity.
Mm-hmm.
And there was even some activity that involved Richard Spencer's mom. I should say that Sherry Spencer, the double S.
That's Sherry for you.
Yeah, her initials are SS. That already tells you, like,
not
I don't
good.
know if that's
Jews. She wears a lot of brown.
Sherry, who claims she was forced to sell a commercial property because of the backlash she received because of her son's speech.
By the way,
where he said, "Hail Trump," hail, like hail Trump.
Nobody can force you to sell a commercial property. You either
Can't be done.
You either decide to sell it or you keep it.
All the backlash in the world would never force me to sell something I didn't want to sell.
Keep the property. Keep it.
Give them a middle finger and tell them you're not selling it. But of course, she claimed that a Jewish real estate agent had harassed her into selling the property. Then that Jewish real estate agent in Whitefish was subject to a, quote, troll storm, unquote.
It is Whitefish.
Advocated by Andrew Anglin's neo-Nazi website, The Daily Stormer, after Sherry Spencer accused the agent, as we said, of threatening
to harass her and sell the property in court.
Was it a coincidence that suddenly they got Anglin published the phone numbers, email addresses, and
doxed this person
and social media profiles of this woman, her husband, and their 12-year-old son.
Nice. Send threats to a 12-year-old kid. That's great.
That's classy. That's smart. So that's the backdrop of Whitefish. And now here's a new issue that we are dealing with there with the name of a lake that's nearby. The lake is called Lost Coon Lake.
Yep.
Now, the word coon, obviously,
it's a charged word.
Like, yes, you can argue that it means short for raccoon, but we all know that is a charged racial slur. Anyone denying it is just burying their white head in the sand.
In the Whitefish sand.
Citizens of Whitefish, they petitioned the state. Good for them, I say. I'm sure there's some progressive people in there. They want to change the name to Lost Loon Lake.
What's wrong with that?
Why is that a problem? There's literally no difference.
Who cares?
Have you ever not wanted to go to the lake because like one letter changed?
Because they changed the name of it. Oh, it's so beautiful. There's so pretty. There's so much to do on it. There's great water sports. There's lots of great camping.
They changed the first letter of the second word.
I can't go. I can't go on principle.
I really can't go there.
And there's been pushback.
So, by the way, also, I need to say this. Some of the citizens are saying that the original name of the lake had the N-word in it.
What?
That Coon Lake was the compromise that they came up with.
Okay. So you compromised to another shitty racist thing.
Thanks for that concession. It's still awful.
Yeah.
It's still terrible.
You're still not there.
Listen to this. A nearby golf course has already changed its name to Lost Loon Country Club.
Are they losing?
You know it's bad when a country club is ahead of your town when it comes to racial sensitivity.
Yeah.
A private country club has got you beat.
Yes.
In the race to be better people.
They're more open-minded than your town.
There is no reason why anyone should fight the change of the name of this lake.
Zero reason.
None. You can call it whatever you want. You're,
racist coughing on people.
In parking lot friends. You can call that lake whatever you want to those people.
You call it to those people whatever you want to call it.
No one can stop you in your own house for calling it whatever you want to call it.
But anyone with a conscience should just be...
They should be sad.
Yeah, they'd be like, just call it Lost Loon Lake. Who cares?
It's like a mark on your town.
By the way,
want to
just
get rid of that?
Straighten the top of the C to an L.
There you go.
Take the C and straighten it out.
This is a moment. Guys, this is a moment we have to update everything. Let's take the offensiveness out of any name or place or term that hurts people. Yeah. Why? Why are we clinging to the names of things that don't...
I guarantee you, as good as it makes you feel, and you probably never even thought about the name of this lake, as good as it makes you feel, it's making someone else feel much worse.
How often do we change the names of stadiums when new corporations buy them? Like you used to be like,
hey, I saw that's Pac Bell Park. No, it's not AT&T Park. Nope, it's the Oracle.
Okay,
who cares?
I don't care.
You just go.
I'm going to see the Giants play in their stadium.
That's right. I'm going to that lake that's over there. That's beautiful.
If the name makes people feel better, then why are we holding on to the old? Why not change them?
Yeah.
And yet there are people on, of course,
the city council.
City
council is the collection of D-bags in your town that don't have anything else better to do.
These people are they're miffed by this request. Listen to these quotes. Quote, "We literally cannot find cannot find who requested the name change or
Because
who
what? You
established
want to
the
get
current
a
name.
Nazi group to dox them?
They want to find them.
Yeah.
We literally can't find them, and we've been looking so hard. We've been working so hard on finding out who wants to change the name.
We've turned out the Jews. We've tried to see if the Jews in Whitefish, they're the ones who are doing it.
Take the amount of effort you're putting into trying to find the person who's requesting the name change and change the name.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not that hard.
That's right.
Said Whitefish City Council member Frank Sweeney,
Yeah,
who
Frank,
owns property on the lake.
Who cares?
He said he has seen a printed map with the previous name.
You mean the one with the N word on it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he wrote, I don't think there was any racist intent
In the current name,
He said,
Sweeney said on Monday.
seriously?
Really?
Come on. Man.
It's a lesser version of a terrible thing.
You got to stop. That's like saying Ray Rice only wanted to get his wife's attention.
Yeah, so he punched her in the face and knocked her out. She
no
was not
way.
listening to him. She wasn't listening to him.
There was no intent to knock her out.
Right.
However, it's offended some visitors. This is what else he said. Some visitors who then found a Wikipedia page that said the racial epithet was in the lake's previous name and that its current moniker was
a
some
racial
sort of compromise.
which
It's not
it
a
is.
compromise.
But it is, but it still doesn't go far enough.
I hate this defense, by the way. It offended some visitors. Like, no one from here was offended.
Just visitors, just people from the outside.
Outsiders.
Why don't you just say coastal elites, you dumbass?
Why don't you say pedophile Jews from New York City?
In LA, you know those types of people.
Calling it Coon Lake is not a compromise, okay? It's still a racist word.
Yeah.
No one who is offended by racist epithets will be okay with that.
No.
It's just not. And then this is someone else. Angela Jacobs chimes in,
great.
another city council member.
Let's hear it, Angie.
People have taken huge offense. Whitefish City. Huge offense.
You just want to change one letter in a thing, and that's a huge offense.
Like, that's her placing a judgment on how dare you overreact to this little situation.
People are being hysterical. As hysterical as you're being over this, Angela?
Quote, we've had several visitors complain to us that this information is out there. I guess whether it's accurate or not, people are truly offended.
Yeah, well.
Whether it's accurate or not. Exactly. It doesn't matter how it got there. It's offensive.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter. Just like I would not like to go to Kiketown goat cart track.
No, people don't want to
that.
go to this lake because of the name.
People are actually offended, and you're shocked that they're offended. Like, you're like, I guess if you want to be offended by
on
this
them.
thing.
If this upsets you, then
So I
don't know
guess
what
you
to tell
can't
you.
handle our racism.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't handle a name.
Sorry, you can't just assume the best in a town which embraces Richard Spencer and his dumbass mom and
passes out the email of a 12-year-old boy who did nothing in a situation just because
I'm
he's the
sorry
son of
you're
a real
going to
estate.
assume that our racist name for a lake is a racist name for a lake, even though we've given you every reason to assume that.
Right. I hate that. To me, that is trying to put it on the other person.
That's right.
It's a form of gaslighting.
That's right. Can't do it.
And it is such city council behavior.
Yeah.
That's the part of it that I hate. Look, Whitefish, you got this opportunity. Let's turn it around. Who cares what these city council people say? Change the name. Listen to your country clubs.
I can't believe we're saying this. Listen to the country clubs. When they're out front, you know you got problems. All right, that's our first story.
There you go.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, oh man.
Crazy story.
UFOs. This is nuts. It's a UFO story that you have to hear to believe. This is Sklar Country, the Virus Edition. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to the show. We always like to remind you, go to our YouTube page, Sklar Country, and subscribe.
Watch the videos.
Watch the videos.
We're going to put lots of great stuff up. We're going to start to put back some of the stuff that was on there before. Lots of great videos. Watch the ads. That helps us out. But we finally got approved to have our page be recognized by YouTube so we can put some ads on there, which is great for us. So thank you. We appreciate that. Go to eventbrite.com and look up Live Dumb People Town. We've got one on September 26th. Mike Birbiglia, Mike Doty, the lead singer from Soul Coughing. Amazing. It's going to be a blast. The last one we did was great. Almost all the VIP tickets are sold out. I think we have like maybe two or three left. So it's almost all sold out. We're selling tickets. It's 3.5 weeks away. Get them now. You don't want to get shut out. Shall we jump into this?
Let's jump into
because we got a UFO story.
We have a lot more time on our hands. That's
Yes,
just a fact,
a lot more
right?
time to spend with our kids, a lot more time to spend doing projects around the house, a lot more time to go out and see UFOs, a lot
Okay,
more
what?
time to
Hang on a
exercise.
Hang on a second.
To exercise,
Hold up.
to eat better.
Hang on. You
Okay.
said UFOs.
A lot more time to see UFOs. It's a case of having
By the way, the moon last night was unbelievable.
unreal. It's a case
fantastic.
of having more time to study the sky
Yeah.
and see UFOs. Is it that, Jay, or are there more UFOs out there? This is a legitimate question that I
don't know.
have.
I don't know where if you ask me legitimately in my heart of hearts, do I
Right now,
believe
what do you
that
think
there
it
are
is?
aliens being hidden in Roswell, New Mexico, and are there UFOs unidentified? I think there might be unidentified flying objects.
Okay,
do I
so-
think they are spaceships?
I don't know. This is a question, and I'm glad you don't know because we need it settled for some crazy dude who's been doing this since the early 90s and is probably 61 years old and lives in his parents' basement
Has 11 frisbees in his trunk.
and made a homing device out of his mom's metal colander. This is a question for that guy to
we go.
answer. Here we go. Widespread quarantine has more people than ever believing that we may not be alone in the universe. This is what we were talking about.
Okay.
As we question our own mortality amidst the government's complete and utter failing to stop this virus,
Are we seeing more UFOs out there? Is what you're
or
saying?
are there more out there? Data from the nonprofit National UFO Reporting Center, which cannot be a real thing.
Yeah,
It can.
If you have to put nonprofit, like spell it out in your name, then you know.
You can call anything a center. A rec room can be a center. The
Yeah.
back of an Italian
By the way,
restaurant
NPR
can
is
be a
not
center.
nonprofit radio. It's
No.
National Public Radio.
The back of an Italian restaurant can be a center. You go see Fat Tony and see if he's seen any UFOs.
You gotta call Fat Tony.
The National UFO Reporting Center, or as we like to call it, Dave's Garage,
Sure.
which records UFO-related events, shows that sightings are up 51% so far this year compared to the same period in 2019.
What an odd number. What's the area in?
Right.
Oh, it is Area
Area
51.
51.
Okay.
Wait, but no numbers are given. It's just saying
No.
51%.
It's up 51%.
And guess who reported this? The Wall Street Journal. Wow,
Wow.
has the Wall Street Journal fallen?
Jeez. Remember
Right,
you could
Jay?
turn to the Wall Street Journal
Remember
for your
you'd-
financial news and
Right.
that was it?
Remember, you'd see someone reading the Wall Street Journal, and what would your opinion of that person be? Like, wow, that guy's really on the ball.
I'd be like, that guy is wearing wool pants, that are
Suspenders.
cuffed at the bottom, and a pair of loafers with tassels on
Yeah.
them.
But now it's just, you go to the Wall Street Journal, not for your financial news. They basically become the National Enquirer,
Correct.
which I think it's owned by the same person, David Pecker.
Yes.
Perfect name for both. The Wall Street Journal used to be the type of paper that you just saw people and respected them.
That's it.
I'm sure that person collects his own urine in his basement is what you say now
When you see someone reading the Wall Street Journal because they're reporting on a 51% increase in UFO sightings.
And he probably believes that tiny green men control us through T-Mobile's 5G network.
well, that might be true.
Okay. Among the 5,000 sightings recorded this year, okay, we did get a number. 20% of them occurred in April, the height of the COVID-19 crisis and lockdown, according to the news outlet. Are we calling the Wall Street Journal a news
I
outlet?
guess.
Peter Davenport, 72, who has directed the organization since 94. Translation, single. This guy, in my opinion, probably wears the same T-shirt of the comic book guy from The Simpsons.
There's a brown ring around
every
the
day.
neck.
There's a brown ring around the neck,
Yes.
the same color of a brown ring that he saw in the afternoon sky
Yes.
sometime in April. Says that his phone has been ringing off the hook
There you go.
with reports of extraterrestrial accounts. And yes,
It's on a hook. It's a landline.
I'm sure it's a landline. He does not believe in cell phones. He only uses a Nokia Pebble, and he uses it in walkie-talkie mode.
like he's on a construction site because he doesn't want people to know where he is.
Davenport of the city of Harrington in Washington State collects firsthand accounts through his website and by phone and has been answering 25 to 50 calls a day. Website feels like too advanced for this guy. Am I right?
Yeah.
His website too. I want to say he publishes like a bi-monthly zine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a
that he
zine.
staples. Okay, a pamphlet, if you
Yes.
will.
Yes.
It's a Herculean task. He told Davenport told the Wall Street Journal as he explained that he has to silence his phone at night to try and catch some sleep. Why don't you get some of the other 1,000 employees at the National UFO Research Center to take these calls?
Oh yeah.
for you?
Oh yeah. Because it's just you.
Yeah.
It's just you in your garage.
In your unfinished basement next to your parents' washer and dryer with an irregularly cut piece of shag carpeting from their living room downstairs.
On your Commodore 64 computer while you're trying to, quote, input the data? Yes.
Quote, it's literally taken over my life.
What was your life before
That's the question.
What
would you be doing otherwise?
Isn't this the dream, by the way?
Right.
If you've been writing a UFO blog since
1994 and you're 72? Come on.
So 94. So he's 72 now.
72 in 2020. 20 years back, he's 52. And then 6 years down from that, he was younger than we are now when he started in 94.
So maybe when we're 72
46.
and we're still doing this daily podcast,
there you go.
People are going to be like, shut up.
Shut up. Davenport works with a partner fielding calls and emails from people across the country who believe that they've spotted a UFO. And the reports have been skyrocketing. Partner is what his friend claims the title is. He likes to, Davenport says,
his assistant. Yeah.
It's a fight that they have all the time.
Yeah.
One might think an increase would be exciting to me, but from my vantage point, it's just some more work. Yeah, Davenport didn't get into the UFO research game for busy work.
Yeah.
For busy work, guys.
No.
He got into it for chicks, the power, the celebrity. He wanted everything.
Yeah. He was reluctant to speculate why there's been an uptick.
Yeah.
Why are you reluctant to admit that possibly there is more activity?
Did you think that the UFOs would come and then track you down because you're reporting more of it?
I don't know.
Maybe
they be on to you as like the guy?
Or does the U.S. government not want you to do this?
I don't know. I feel like this guy.
I don't know. We know more about the UFOs than we know about Davenport.
This guy, that's what I mean. This guy is mysterious. And also, I don't like the fact that while there's been an uptick in the one thing that's important is in his life,
he's mad about
put
it.
Upon
right, he's mad about it. So what was his life like before? Was it just a mild stream of UFO things that were seen and being reported to him? And now it's just
calls
crazy.
A day. If it's 5 calls a day, I can tolerate it. When it gets over 15, it gets to 20, 25.
Is this a Mo Money, Mo Problem situation? A Biggie Smalls thing?
Yeah, he's rising up to the next level, young brother.
Maybe you should bump down the title of your agency to the local UFO Research Center. Don't make it national. You made it national.
Yeah, once you go national, you got to field calls from all over the country.
Yeah.
You did this to yourself.
And just by the very nature of the name of what they're seeing, we don't know much about anything.
They are UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Can you identify them? No.
What did you see? I don't know. I can't identify it.
All I know is that I saw a UFO.
I'm certain that I saw a UFO. So you're certain that you saw an unidentified flying object?
Positive.
So you're positive that you can't identify it?
Yes, I guess.
It could be a kite.
Yes. Maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know if I couldn't identify it as a kite.
A ghost? Was it a ghost?
I don't know. But I am positive that I saw something.
But you're sure of it?
I'm sure
You're sure that you saw something you cannot identify?
I'm sure I saw something that I cannot tell you what it is.
You're positive?
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
You're absolutely positive.
I'm 100% positive.
That's what a UFO is someone being completely, having a lot of confidence that they can't tell you what they're looking at.
Right.
That is UFO. In a nutshell.
And that's the definition of UFO.
That describes everybody who is studying and following UFOs. What are you doing with your life? I'm doing a lot. You want to explain it to me? I can't.
I really can't.
I can't tell you exactly what I'm doing because I don't know, but I know I'm doing it. That is what UFOs are.
That's it.
The Pentagon last month announced that it is forming a new task force led by the U.S. Navy to investigate UFOs. Shouldn't it be the Air Force?
Why is it the Navy?
Why is it the Navy? Like, how did
they come from the water?
The Navy get roped into this? It would be like asking the Army to go investigate the Loch Ness Monster.
Right.
Does that seem right?
Doesn't seem right.
If it's in the air, that's the Air Force. If in the water, you send the Navy in. Why is everyone getting everything wrong with this?
Because they're unidentified.
Can we blame the UFOs are the UFOs causing us to get this wrong?
They're scrambling our orders right now.
Is that what it is right now?
It's, at least the only thing we can identify is that it's a messed up situation. That's the only identification we can make in this whole UFO situation.
It's the only thing that's more messed up than Davenport's living situation.
That's right.
72, still in his parents' house. And there we go.
There it is.
That is a show, you guys.
There you go.
We can identify you as wonderful people. Thank you for supporting us, listening to the show. Rate, review it, please. Go to iTunes. This helps us out. If you rate it and you review it, give it a 5-star rating. Tell them that you love it. That helps us keeps up in the keeps it positive and keeps us up in the charts up there. Stay connected. Stay protected. Don't be infected. We love you guys. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes.
Please wear a mask, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
La-di-da, La-ti-ta-ti-ta-ti-ta. La-ti.